Change podcast. We're back again another week. Got my wonderful panel here again. Today we're going to talk about racism, yeah? But the question is, does systematic racism affect us more here in the UK than it does in America?
Yes! Yes, it does now.
Or is it more in America than it is in the UK?
Well, I feel like systematic racism affects people in, I say in America, more prevalently. It's a stronger force over there. Remember, we're smaller, we're a little island, but I feel like just because it affects them more over there, it doesn't mean that it's not strong over here as well. Do you get what I'm saying? I feel like jobs wise, I feel like over there it probably affects them more, but over here I feel like being black or being whatever, you could probably get more variation of jobs over here than you could over there. Do you get what I'm saying? Regardless of your race. Do you get what I'm saying? You could see someone that's an Asian guy maybe being like top of whatever. And I'm not just going to talk about black because I feel like sometimes the argument gets mixed up as black when we talk about racism. Raw Asian people do a race. I feel like the Asian community, and I'm not talking about the like. Yeah, I'm not talking about like, we can't call them Oriental. I say like special fried rice or chicken korma, like just different Asians, yeah. So, and that's race.
I see what you mean.
So you can't call them Oriental.
You can't call them Oriental, but to identify them, that I'm saying that. So we've got special fried rice. We know that's that kind of that Asian. So was it East Asian?
So Asian doesn't that cover?
No,
like,
I'm being silly. I'm being silly.
Yeah, you are.
Right, I'm being silly.
Yeah,
but realistically, I'm talking about the Chinese, Japanese, Korean, that variation of Asian. I feel like they are openly, mocked, like racially. Like people are very open about, and it's okay. Yeah. No one says anything. Just like, I don't know, just like white people and gingers, English people and gingers. They make like ginger. Oh yeah, you could like. I think Trevor Noah said something about the. It's a joke, but it's factual. It's like, right, you could kill a ginger and get away. Like, the way white people talk about gingers, it's like raw. Do you get what I'm saying? And I feel like, generally, people talk about Asians, and I'm not talking about, like, India, Pakistan. I'm talking about, like, is it South Asian? All right, see? And I'm getting educated now. So what I'm saying could be interpreted as racist, but I'm just naive. I don't understand. Yeah. Do you get what I'm saying? But, basically, I feel like people, like, will openly like dog people from that, like that, for example. The corona thing. People have been saying like messed up, fucked up shit. Like you lot ate a bat. You chat that. Nah, you can't. That's
racist.
And people and no one comments on it. Whereas like if you said, "Oh, you nigger on the bus," like people would be, "Oh, you can't say that." People start standing up. Like it's like I feel like. Racism, I'd say we've dealt with it the worst and for the longest and the hardest, and we're still affected by it the strongest. That's because the seeds have been so deep that it's affected our ability to support and build our communities, whereas other races haven't been affected in that way, so they can still build because not because they've got on with it, but because they still have the ability. There hasn't been a thread that has been built over years of creating an oppression system that brings them down and keeps them fighting amongst each other and keeps them and just keeps them segregated. Like with these other races haven't had as much of that. Do you get what I'm saying? So this is why you get Asian communities, you get Jewish communities, you get, and I don't even know if I'm allowed to say that because boy, I might get licked down, shut off the airways for even saying. But you get other communities that are together and are building their communities and bringing wealth into their communities, whereas us, there's a lot more depth to it, and you have to read a lot of books. You have to read up like the Willie Lynch theory, and like there's so many books that will teach you the fabric and the thread of this underlying racist propaganda and other things that have been created to destroy our minds and destroy our fabric of basics of like the household, like
foundation,
right? The foundation, stuff like that. So many things, and me just even talking, I feel like I'm not doing it enough justice because I can't speak in as much depth as I know because I'm trying to Do you get what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
This is why I sound like I'm like blah, 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 blah. But
It's
like,
hard. It's hard to articulate
Right.
something that because there's so many different levels and dimensions to it. It's like perpetuated by so many different aspects. Media, like the culture, individual, society. It's crazy.
It's hard.
It's hard.
to watch.
Yeah.
You done well.
I tried, you know what I mean? But I just feel, point being, to the point I'm trying to make, I feel like we are not the only ones affected, but we are probably affected the heaviest, and we get represented poorly by the media for anything that is race related. Like, for example, the riots that happened the other day, where they stormed the Capitol, right? It's in our faces. It's like, raw. These lot can get away with that.
Yeah.
And they're saying, like, we don't want you to shoot them like you'd shoot us. We just don't want you to shoot us when we do. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And all of this stuff, it shouldn't have to even be a conversation like that. But factually, it is. These men could do what they want, and we can't, because we'll get brutalised.
That whole Capitol Hill thing, I think there was a lot more going on under the surface than just people storming Capitol Hill. Because if you deep it, Capitol Hill is very well guarded and protected.
Yeah.
So therefore, that must have been I'm just throwing out a theory, but on that basis, like I'm feeling like that was allowed. Yeah?
No,
because that you. Precisely that, you could see because officers were taking selfies with the people
to stir up racial disparity. Like, of course,
and also,
and then put it on media.
That's
Look what happens when white people do it. You guys get killed. Okay, everyone's gonna get mad, just like the George Floyd thing. It was
the design of racism. Yeah, it's like a divide and conquer thing. You see, if they divide the races, it's very simple to conquer. You get what I'm saying? And they've done it. They've done it. I mean, like, you got to give it to them. The plan. Whoever orchestrated this thousands of years ago, hundreds of years ago, they were fucking geniuses, because it's actually lasted till now, and it ain't gonna end in our generation. We're not gonna see the end of it.
No.
We're gonna be the people that
uprising, the revolution.
Yeah. We're gonna be a part of it.
But these conversations, they're happening here and they're happening in other places, but they need to happen more. Like, they need to happen in the classrooms. They need to happen in the colleges. They need to happen at work.
They do. But
we need to be ready for that.
It's not represented in the way that it should be. It's very fluffed up in the
it is. It's not raw.
And they've got a way of that dumbing us down. So when you start going on about the black struggle thing or whatever, it's like some people say, oh, you're playing the race card. Suck your mother. What do you mean playing the race card? Suck your mother in Spain. How about that?
That's exactly why you need to teach your kids. Because the teacher's not going to teach your kids what you're going to teach them.
That it needs to be taught in a classroom, schools, colleges, universities. It has to start up
at home.
How do you think all of these other communities, their kids are able to have a second language? It starts at home. How do you think they learn all their morals and keeping 10% of their money and saving all that stuff? That's learned within their homes. Black people, we need to start at home first. So you
foundation.
I hear that, and I agree.
Doing Black history.
I agree, but how do you speak so well?
You pick that up from your home.
No, you pick that up from home, but how do you speak so well? So you speak very well, yeah. You speak very articulately, yeah. That has got to be a percentage of school, right?
No, it's not actually.
No,
because I went to a hood school.
But you learnt in your hood school. Did you do your lessons?
Me as a child.
Okay, so you were just naturally gifted and intelligent anyway. I can tell that you're intelligent, and I'm not trying to big you up on camera. I'm just saying, right? But a percentage of that knowledge has come from school, yeah? Like me, that I wouldn't be so sick at English and
a small percentage.
Of
you
course.
need to unlearn to learn.
Of course.
When you get to a certain age and you start looking into things yourself, you come to realise that school never taught you shit.
Yes.
What school taught you was like what you need to know to pass their exams.
Bullshit.
It's a conditioning system. It's there to create the sheeps to follow the herd. It's not about individualism, and it's not about teaching the truth. It's about teaching to suit the agenda, the agenda at the time. So like Nazi Germany, when the kids went to school in Nazi Germany, they were taught propaganda against Jews. They were taught to hate Jews in school. So when you're learning in school, it's to suit the agenda. You don't go to school and hear about great times in Africa, great kings of
you hear
African
about £2 a month. That's
what you hear in their history is great white scientists, great white kings and queens. So therefore, the white kids, they have these role models to look up to. Hence the reason why you need to do it at home, Justine. I completely and utterly agree with you.
I agree, but I feel like there's a percentage at school that you learn, and I feel like, what?
Yes, you start at home.
I feel like home, but school as well is a percentage. Why is everyone smiling? It's a serious subject.
School is a percentage.
I feel like it helps. I feel like, and if we start getting that stuff out in the curriculum and into school, I think that's important as well. Because, why do I know about Henry VIII? Bruv, you take some English children and bring them over to the Caribbean or Africa and start teaching them all sorts of, like, I don't know, geography of that land and history of that land and language of that land. They're not going to do as good as the indigenous people of that place. There we go. But obviously, like, they're not going to, are they? So, like, it's like you take a tiger and bring it here and let it live in. Right, it's not going to function. It's going to function. We are melanated people. We live off the sun, bro. We live off vitamin D, natural vitamin D that comes from. We're different. So us being here, we're already at a disadvantage. Do you get what I'm saying?
Basically, yeah.
And it's not me being flipping Dr. Umar Johnson, Malcolm X.
That's just for us to naturally function.
So why do you?
Do you know what I mean? For our bodies to actually be at its best.
I'm talking everything, body, mind, everything. It all comes together.
I feel like nowadays a lot of people are comparing the UK racism within the UK, our struggle, to the American struggle, and it's not.
I think it's different.
It's all one, but that's the problem. The vision. No, we should compare it.
How?
It's all together. We're all on the same struggle, and that's
it's
America's problem. They don't look at us as the same.
I think that, like, America's over and England is covert.
I'm just not even talking about
that. So therefore, it's not comparable.
It's not even that. I think people, from what I've seen in the media, and just people having their examples and just having conversations, I feel like anytime America has a struggle with something, UK's like, yeah, we do too. But what people need to remember is, slavery in America started however many years ago. So the disparities between the two...
It's a whole different scenario.
100% different scenario.
Ours is colonisation and migration over here because we were promised that we're part of the British Empire and we'll get jobs, and then we come over here and we got treated like shit. But America, they got chained up from Africa directly and we're like second hand. It's like, boom, from Africa, stopped off in the Caribbean, got colonised, then come over to here when we were colonised and English-fied. You get what I'm saying?
Then migrated over here. That's the key word.
We migrated over here by choice.
Exactly, but I feel like this is where the new generation, or the generation now, need to be taught.
My grandparents came over here for better opportunity because they thought there was jobs.
Yeah, they were like,
they were manipulated.
Manipulated. Yeah, they were sold a full stream. Yeah, sold a full stream. And it wasn't on a we're sending you a dream to trap you. It was sending you a dream because we want you to do our dirty work. And you're one of us. We've colonised you. You're part of the British Empire. Come over here. It's okay. There's jobs. And then when we come over here, the people, not the government that was telling us to come over. The people are, it's fucking darkies coming over here. What are you doing, darkie? You know what I mean? So, my God, they weren't happy. They weren't happy.
Back in the days, darkies were, imagine.
Darkies, yeah.
And if when you watch all them documentaries, like, about when they used to interview, like, the white neighbours and that, these black people coming over here. Coloured. Yeah, coming over and taking all it's really scary. Our streets not the same.
But what can you see a parallel of? What are people saying now? What were people saying with Brexit? The whole vote.
But
it wasn't about blacks. It wasn't about blacks.
It was about immigration.
Because we're cool, ain't it?
No, now we're cool.
Jerk chicken.
They find a new person, a new race or whatever it is.
So the foreigners. Who's the foreigners? The Eastern Europeans. Right, these are more your people than us. But cool. You don't want to run them. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Furthermore, like,
because their classic thing is coming over here taking all our jobs. But hold on a minute. Like,
don't want to do them jobs.
Listen, you see the benefit system. I know I might be going off on a tangent a little bit, but you see the benefit system, yeah. I can't remember the percentage, but it's over 60% of the people that are on benefits are actually Caucasian people. Yeah. It's not blacks, Asians, anything like that. Chinese, nothing. But their view, like, if you speak to like white people, they will sit there and say that we are like, that's us.
Conditioning,
taking the benefits and doing and it ain't even that, like, the stats will tell you, but they've got it in their minds that
stats are controlled.
Black people have come over, they're on benefits, they don't want to work, they don't want to do this,
criminals.
They don't want to do that, they're criminals.
I think one of the biggest tools for racism is painting us as aggressive, violent criminals. Oh, you know, a black man stole my car radio. And when you look at a lot of historical TV shows, you'll see that they use a lot of this stuff to kind of portray a light on black people as aggressive, especially when I'm at the moment I'm watching a show called The Godfather of Harlem. Obviously it's American based, but it's about Bumpy Johnson and how he became like mafia. He was like the first black mafia. He had his own gang, but it was a black mafia style gang. But you see how the Italians and them clash and stuff that the Italians say regarding the black people. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's a lot of this comparing them to animals, comparing them to, like, you know, these people are aggressive, they're violent, they're dirty, but they're animals.
Even, like what you were saying is so true, because even through like my own research, I've read books from years, like 1800s and that type of stuff. If you see that how we are described in the book, I've never read a book that has a positive narrative of the black man. So even when I was doing my research for my degree or whatever, my master's, I hadn't got any information or anything that was to do with putting a black man or woman in a positive light. It was all about black men are barbaric, they're aggressive, they're controlling, they're this, they're that.
Take the word black.
That's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying to you.
Break that down alone. What is black? Anything related to black is negative, and we're called black.
Even in cartoons. But wait, the evil always.
What I will say as well, though, is that
the dark.
These are the same books that you're giving to young kings, black kings and black queens growing up. So from an early age, they've got a negative connotations.
Disney movies are prime example.
It's serious.
When you start,
nothing's positive. So if they're reading, black men are aggressive, they're this, they're that.
So can I?
How does that build their self-esteem?
There is an experiment where they were
with the black doll.
The black doll and the white
that is that, and I'm not an emotional person to watch movies and cry about. That hurt. I was like, raw. And you don't even deep it until you look into it. You don't even deep it, like raw. I just started deeping everything now. I'm like, raw. When I watch TV, like all I'm seeing is positive characters that are like white. I'm not seeing anyone that's black that represents me. That's why the 90s Nickelodeon era, where we were seeing like Sister, Kenan and Kel, that was pivotal in giving us an identity. 100%. In school, I'm seeing that, Tupac, Biggie, Trouble, that was that, that was basically like black representation, like all of the shows. And it might not seem like much, but you're just seeing representations of yourself. Sister, TNT Amara had the curly hair, then they straightened it. Black girls everywhere is like raw. Okay, I can have my hair out in the afro, or I can have my hair. I can straighten my hair. I don't promote straightening hair,
but it's a choice.
But I get it. Like it just gave an identity to everyone. Do you get what I'm saying? Like rap music, like everything.
Watching all of those shows growing up. Even what is it, Cosby Show?
We can't say Cosby's name right now.
Will Smith's one.
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
You had all of that, and then they just cut it. It was like,
so what was
maybe
that,
it was doing something positive.
No. Do you know what it was? It was a time like what we're getting now, right? So at that time in the 90s, at the time, being black or black culture was popular and it was marketable, and big companies could make a lot of money of it. So a lot of black shows, the Martin Lawrence show, not Martin Lawrence.
That was the show. That was the show as well.
Martin Lawrence show. That got pitched. Smart Guy, that was T and Tamara's brother, Bob, Sister, all of these shows,
Mr. Cooper,
and all of the hood movies we got in the 90s, Menace to Society, Boys in the Hood,
Kids, the best. That was my favorite.
Hayden Fall, right. So we went through an era where being black was quite marketable, black culture was quite marketable, so they rinsed it until it got tired, and then it kind of fell off. And that's why it's not but it's coming back. So if you notice, if you watch BBC One or any channels, like they'll have an advert and you'll hear like some grime beat in the background, or you adverts. You had the DWE advert for IKEA the other day.
Can we talk about this because but can we just really talk about this though? Why has but why does KFC, and I think this is racist though? Why does KFC have a grime beat though?
What?
Because they say black chicken and black people.
It's in your face,
Bro.
but they're not saying anything.
They don't have to say nothing, but why is there a grind, and it's hard as well, a grind beat on the KFC advert?
It's
because
winning
they
it.
relate chicken to black people. What was it? Black people always eat chicken.
It's
It
marketable.
works.
That's
It works.
Grime is marketable right now. Everybody's on
It
a
works.
rapper, grime
Yeah,
artist.
grime, UK music, UK rap.
So you're not going to see a classical singer representing.
Because that's not who
sports.
they're aiming for. Them man are going gauchos.
Yeah, but who's their target market for KFC? Let's be honest.
That's what I'm saying to you. Because they always say black people like chicken. But
Come on. What's that? Have anyone seen that meme where you got the chicken wing that's eaten, you got the chicken wing that's quite eaten a lot, and you got the black, and you're like, what are you, A, B, or C? And it's like black people eat.
Yeah.
We've got into that narrative of saying that if I don't eat my chicken wing to the bone, I am not black. No, I am black. I just don't like suck off bone. And we are guilty of it as well because it's not our fault. These narratives have been put into our heads subconsciously, and we say certain things. You get here late. Oh, you're so black. Black people's. Why is it black people's time?
It's everybody's time.
We all do it though. We all do it. Even like raw, light skin, dark skin. I'll be like, oh yeah, them light skin does, bro. I don't trust it. I say so, and I have to catch myself and be like, yo. Don't say that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'll be like, my dark skin brothers like, come on, you know what I'm saying? Dark skin brothers like, why? We're black. We've got enough segregation as it is. Stop all of this colorism. And this is where it comes into colorism now.
I like you lot said it goes way back though.
Way back to colonisation.
No, I really do think that stems from the Willie Lynch letter though. Because I swear to God, when I read that, it blew my mind. He actually set out a plan that is fully in the foundation of the black society today. He laid it out.
We're still living by those structures of your colour and what your position is.
Put the old against the young.
Make an example of the head of the family in front of the rest of the family.
Right.
Yeah.
That's why we have such.
And Caribbean grandparents sometimes, I don't know about in Africa, but I know Caribbean grandparents sometimes will favour the lighter grandchildren or, she's so pretty and red. Why is she so pretty because she's red? Or even hair. I hate when people say nappy hair or that person's got good hair. What makes their hair good? So my hair can be thick as ever. Why is it not good?
It's still good.
Bro, it's good. Don't tell me it's not good. Like, and I ain't even got like thick hair. But it's good. It can be good. Afro hair can be good. Coolie hair can be good. All of it good. Don't tell me about because the baby's coolie, the baby got coolie hair. No. So now you're fetishizing someone else. So you're fetishizing Asian people, like the mixture of them makes black people's hair better. Do you know what I'm saying? Or mixed race, black people's hair is black people's hair, and it's great. White people's hair is white people's hair, and it's great for them. Do you get what I'm saying? Everybody.
Wait, is it?
Because I ain't got white people hair. But there's nothing wrong with white people hair. But your hair flops down. Well done. Our hair puffs out. Well fucking done. It's not. Like mixed. Like.
But it's all subconscious.
Right, and this is what we have to break free of.
Yeah. But again, I'm gonna throw a little spanner in the works. We're not breaking free of it because again, when the way people are still represented in society today, there's still a massive element of colorism.
Of course.
Lighter skins is always going to be favoured up there, but I think that is because social media.
Look at adverts.
That depends on who you're.
They never put a black family on TV on an advert. So it's a mixed race child.
It depends on who you're asking because like white people, they don't tend to favour the lighter skin. They just see us all the same. You're black.
I feel like light skin people are more user friendly for white people.
We're talking
bushy
about
curly hair, little mixed race kid. It's in the middle.
But if you're talking about
it's not that threatening.
Level systematically, there is going to be. I personally feel systematically races in the business world, corporate worlds, and all that. They would 100% put a light skinned person in a position than a darker skinned
because they're closest to being white. 100%. So that's where white supremacy comes in.
That is what I'm talking about.
I think it's a safer colour for them.
Anybody says, regardless
it's not
of
aggressive.
what anybody says,
it's not threatening.
It's everybody's perception.
And that's what the perception is.
It is. But no matter what anybody says, if you go into any business company or any world where it's corporate, they will always put a light skinned person. Because
I'm guilty of it. I'm guilty of it.
I'm very eye for an eye when it comes to racism. Like, my whole thing is, okay, cool. No one's like, oh yeah, it's not us or da. I'm just like, bruv, you lot done it to us. I'm fully on this. Bruv, let's do it back.
Wow.
Whatever they gave you, you give it back.
100%. Twice over.
I'm 50% Malcolm. I'm 50% Martin.
I'm
like, get me? Like, I get what you're saying, but
I'm nothing Martin. Nothing.
Yeah, you're 100%.
I feel like Malcolm is the guy. Like, his point was at that point in time.
And
now
it's still valid.
Now it's so low key and under the carpet. You can't be Malcolm out here because you just look like the bad guy, and that's what's they'll use.
No, obviously they're always going to make anyone like Malcolm look like the bad guy.
Right.
They're always going to be labelled as the terrorist.
But especially in times like this where it's not out there.
But that's what I said.
You get what I'm saying? When Malcolm was doing what Malcolm was doing, black people were getting lynched, they were getting beaten up, they were getting arrested.
They were getting that without Malcolm.
And we're still
they were, but we needed a Malcolm.
It's still happening now.
We still need a Malcolm, but it will just be so easy to shut down a Malcolm now.
All of those things are still happening now, though.
Things have done and the technology's
it's sly, it's low key.
Yeah.
All of those things are still happening now. Do you know what I'm saying? They're all still
happening.
They are. And my whole thing is just like, right, do you know what? Like, in America, it's in the open. In England, I feel like the only reason why it's low key in England is for the fact that the blacks here are different to the blacks in America. Like the blacks in America, when I see things going on, I think to myself, how are you not even watching these things? Yeah. But in England, bro, it would never happen like that.
You think so?
No. Never.
Really?
We're small, innit?
Alright, go on.
We're small.
If we were walking on the road right now, and we saw like the police, not just pulling them over in their car, whatever, but literally like beating them with batons on the floor.
And that's because these police don't carry guns.
Right, it's what I said last time. We'll fuck them up. Naturally, we'll fuck them up. If I saw you getting battered on the street.
Okay, but listen, sincere. Okay, cool. Some of those police, okay, cool, they got guns or whatever. I hear that, you're protecting your own life, but you can throw stuff. You can do something besides stand there and record. In England, it's more time young people that's on this recording thing. That's what I'm saying. When people want to defend you, but they don't have time to bring out their phone to, let me swipe and on my phone to
kick
record.
that down.
What are you doing? And I'm not in America, but they let so many things slide, which why it goes on. All these famous people, I think, bro, after a while, like, bro, what are you even famous for? What are you even famous for?
What have you done?
But then you're gonna bring out an album and everyone's gonna run to buy an album.
Yeah, 100%.
Bro, suck your mum, bro. Like these times, bro, people are actually dropping quickly. Of all ages, no matter what part of America, bro. Like, look. When what's his name? Mark Duggan died. Bro, he wasn't.
The whole country was on fire. I keep saying this.
No one was that.
I keep saying this.
Everyone. And it's like, he wasn't even from your ends. My ends went well.
Every ends was coming together.
But we have to be fair. It started for Mark Duggan. And then it just got wild. It wasn't always. But the point was, they fucked up and the whole country's on fire.
I feel like it has to be that though, because at the end of the day, no matter what we do back then, it will never be in comparison. We will never get our own back, ever.
No,
ever.
That's right.
So no matter what we do,
we 300 years together.
We burned down a furniture shop. Big man, they literally raped or made sleeping family members to breed the super slave, to then take your child away, or rape the men in your family in front of everyone else just to show that we're better than you. Bro. So if I burn your furniture shop, big man, you're lucky that's what I did.
That's dead.
And that's my
I hear you.
I don't know. I don't really think it's about getting. You can get your own back, but there's ways to do it. So my way is this year. I would just think like getting your own back is to rise up and be a community and be what we should have been back then. Well, what we were back then, and then it got stripped away from us. You know, like that. Like we should be able to know who we are from way before slavery. All of that. That's new, innit? In terms of time. Remember where we came from. Where we came from in Africa. What we were doing. Elizabeth is wearing our jewels right now. In Buckingham Palace, that woman that sits there, she's wearing our jewels, innit? Stole them from Africa, and she's wearing them now. We already know who we are and where we came from, but we need to keep that in our minds. But like Jay was saying, there's so many things to put like a negative spin on black people. We have no faith in ourselves. You've got black men saying, what is the point? That's why they do road, because there's nothing for them. They haven't got let me land. They've got no role models to look up to. And even when they do watch films, and I'm not slating any British like producer who makes films or anything like that, but
all they
the films
do
that
is
they
good
do
films.
are very negative. Not saying that you shouldn't have negative films, because all cultures have negative films. But the point is this, yeah, we are going through something right now, and we've been going through something, innit? Something has to change at the end of the day. Yeah, we can't keep saying, oh yeah, we're at the bottom of the pole, we're this, we're that. But what are we doing to counteract that narrative, innit? Our children need to understand who the hell we are, bruv. We are the most powerful beings on the face of the earth. We were the first people to touch the ground. You see this melanin hair? It's in the earth, Tarati.
It is.
It's in the earth. So how can you then tell me that I was not here before you? I was here before you.
I hear that. But even though you're saying all of that, cool, we're the first people, we're strong, we're this and that, the people that are badding us up look the opposite to us. That's what I'm saying. At the end of the day, no matter how strong you are, like this is the way I see it.
Yeah,
at the end
because
of the
they
day,
conquered with that strategy.
as strong as black people are, our weakness is that we don't have the Jedi mansion.
Yeah,
White people
100.
have the sickest Jedi mansion because they have.
I can't do it.
Listen, let me tell you why. Yeah, do you know why? Because
No, for real, they
not
have the
only-
strategy.
listen,
No, they do.
white people have caused the entire world
Yep.
to believe that, yo, if you're walking down the road, no matter the time of day, if you see black people walking behind you, look over your shoulder.
Yeah.
Even your own
Grab your
black
bag.
Yeah.
people, even your own black people. It's like, hold on a minute, big man.
That's your brother.
That's what
like,
I'm saying.
that's
Like,
your sister.
bro, if I'm gonna be scared of anyone, I should be scared of who. If you actually look at history, bro, you guys are the ones I should be scared of. But you've tricked me and
To
my
think
people.
that it's your brother.
That's what I'm saying.
No.
The blue-eyed
I'm gonna
devils.
disagree. Now, in this day and age, yeah, at once upon a time, yeah, that was the person to be scared of, because that's the person that's gonna snake you, that's the person gonna fuck you up. You get me? Now, I'm more scared, like, to go to a party where I know it's gonna be 90% black people in the party, because I know that if I ain't got my strap or I ain't got my shank on me, then someone in there is gonna have their strap or their shank, and I'm gonna be a victim. This is how I think. This is what I've grown up at. Most of the people that have come to me as enemies or come to try and take my life or rob me have been black people. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
this
but
is my experience
why
in
though?
life.
Yeah, but
From
that's
my-
because they've made it like that.
Of course, I understand the history behind it, but the matter of fact, the reality of it is
That's what
the
it
people that I've been trying, the people that I was warring with when I was young, and I was going back, and they were coming to our hood and beating shotties, and we're going back to their hood. It's
Yeah,
like,
but that's
and that
because-
is the mentality
Nah, but
that's
like
been
they
put
say-
onto us to fight against each
No,
other.
but have you heard that saying that? The
I'm
person-
out of the mentality, but it's the reality.
Okay, cool. But have you heard that saying? It's like, raw. The person who's gonna build up your future is the person in the mirror. Like your biggest opponent or whatever is the person in the mirror.
Yeah.
Big man, look, you have to see me in you. But even our beards are almost the same, bro.
Whoa,
like your
my-
lip and
my-
my lip is like, it's got the
my
pink
patchy,
thing. You know
but
what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like, yo, bro.
No, I feel
so when
you.
I walk down the road, yeah, bro, you should see me.
But
You know what I'm
listen.
saying? And even from way back in the day, bro,
Yeah.
they made us fight ourselves. Like, as in,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why it
Like,
comes
I
from
hear
them
you.
to-
I hear you.
The only enemy that can, like, see, when I was growing up or whatever, when I would beef and whatever, like, raw, white boys, I wouldn't think, raw, a white boy's gonna beef me or an Asian boy's gonna beef
No.
me. Because they can't match me. They
No.
can't
Yeah.
match my gangster.
Right, but
That's
when
it.
you see another one that looks like you, it's like,
Because you can
right,
match my gangster.
Right,
Just what I'm saying. But
right.
they've made it like that, though.
Right.
It's not just something that, raw, oh yeah. Bro, like she said, like, if you go way back, bro, there was a time we were together. But
100%.
someone's come in
Yeah.
and said, raw, do you know what? Raw,
In the
why-
40s
why-
and
Yeah, but they was
50s.
never in America when the drug era was it in the
In the 80s.
80s?
The
when they
crack
put
epidemic, yeah.
When the crack
When
They
they
went right to
systematically rolled
rolled
out
in,
It was
drugs.
the late
yeah,
70s, yeah.
straight
It was
to
to
the
fund their
ghetto.
war.
And exactly.
Watch Snowfall.
The war on
Anyway,
drugs.
The
yeah.
war, yeah.
But it was actually the war on
Even
blacks.
poor.
and
How were they getting drugs into their
I
ends?
understand, but even before that, when they burnt down the Black Wall Street in America.
Yeah,
started
in the
what I'm
20s,
saying.
in the 1920s.
1920s,
That was
yeah.
disgusting, and that don't even get taught.
No,
that
you
don't
don't
even
get
get
taught,
taught.
yeah.
That don't even
Like
get
yourself.
taught. You have to actually go and seek that out yourself
Yeah,
when
you
that
have to
actually
go
should be
Yeah.
taught.
That should be
Because
in
They
that
put
was their
together
area.
housing projects that were only cheap and affordable and offered to only white people
yeah.
and
Yeah.
not black people, so that they would have they would have wealth that would
But
be-
there's
No,
even
fine,
like
go on.
institutional laws, though, that all up until now, I think it's like the 13th Amendment,
Yeah.
that restricts the
Yeah.
black nation.
I don't see an end to it ever because
Not in our lifetime.
like
It's
then
not in our lifetime.
By
until
starting-
I see it
you see,
into
no,
it. I
you see,
can't lie
to-
to
you
you.
see for
It's
me, the
happening.
only way
I
that's
think
gonna
it's
happen.
it's the shift.
Yeah,
It's
not
the
in our
shift
lifetime,
is
though.
now.
The
It's
shift is
starting
now.
now.
But I
No, the shift
Nah.
started before. The shift started for. You see why they keep on playing games with us as well, yeah? They keep on saying the last time the huge uprise happened, they gave us some civil rights, to hold us for a little while. Yeah. They're pointless. That was given to shut you up. Yeah, be quiet now. You're giving us a headache, and we've got other things to do. So you know what we're gonna do? Rights. You can vote, and you can. I don't know what else they did. Get a job, and sit with the black.
But you should have been able to do that from day standard. And you're gassed. We got. Well, hold on a sec. I'm allowed to breathe oxygen.
I make a point every year in October. I ask my sons. I make a point of it every single year. I say, "What did you learn in Black History Month?" And they always say the same thing. Rosa Parks. Yeah. My kids always tell me that the woman on the bus, the back of the bus story. Yeah. The Rosa Parks story. That's all they teach.
See Black History Month?
It's so limited.
Fuck Black History Month.
Yeah, it's
How can Black History be summed up to 1 month?
364 days a year.
1 month.
1 month.
Even a year, even a Black History year will be dead. How can you sum that up to 1 month?
The month is a different month compared to everyone else in the world as well.
Yeah, it's February. Exactly.
And
also,
ours is October, isn't it?
Yeah, ours is October.
America's February.
But she had to petition to get that month in. It hasn't been in that long. She had to petition and fight.
The quality.
Can you imagine?
What they teach in school is a joke.
Yeah, of course, but that's what we said. It needs to get into the curriculum. But my thing is, get it in your homes first. Then
we can take it into.
No, you know what?
And then the truth.
Get rid of Black History Month.
Yeah.
I feel to even trivialize our history into a month is already a disrespect. We're already accepting the disrespect. Like, okay, go on, give us a month. No, fuck the month. Black history forever.
Yeah, I get that.
All day long.
I get that. But if you go into the backstory of how she had to fight to get that month in, or some acknowledgement just to get.
I respect that.
Anything, there's a historical element behind it.
Yeah.
And just
no,
acceptance.
the gesture is good. The gesture is positive.
I wouldn't scrap it. I would keep it there, but help them to figure it out and put it in a different way.
But the point is they never gonna not suppress what they're scared of.
Listen, they always said, if you want to hide anything from a black man, put it in a book. Yeah. So we need to start reading. We need to start teaching our young people to
say that.
And then when we read, we need to project that in conversation or put that in movies, so people that don't read can watch it in the movies and take it in, or put it on radio, or put it in the music that we all listen to. We're allowed to say nigga, but you can't say anything else that is a slur against a Jewish person or a white person or an Asian person. But you can play nigga all day on the right, and all they'll do is blip it out sometimes. That's cool. But anytime you say anything, you can't say that. You can't say
anything against a Jew
or a gay person.
You can see that.
We're gonna have a commercial break.
We're gonna wrap up now anyway, and we'll do a part 2. So thanks for joining in today with the Exchange podcast. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
Who are you?
See you next week.
Bye.